Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Gotham Lounge. My name is Joe, and today we're back at it with another episode of Noire. So, in the last episode, we actually played our first case on the arson desk, and we did put a arsonist behind bars. It was another pick lesser of two evils suspects type of deal. But it looked like we made the right decision, but the captain still doesn't approve Colt Phelps because of his little scandal that he got into at the end of the Vice series. But now we're going to go ahead and play the next case on the arson desk, which is called A Walk in Elysian Fields. So let's see what this is going to endure. So before we continue on, just want to give you guys a friendly reminder that LA Noire is rated M for mature with graphic violence, some sexual content, foul language, and use of drugs and alcohol. So if you're sensitive to any of those things, just please keep those in the back of your mind as we're progressing through the episode. And this guy does a lot of origami. Wow. And by a lot, I mean a lot. Holy moly. Captain.
House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Good talk, Captain. Alright guys, so as we're progressing through the episode, I do just want to give you guys a little apology in advance. We actually have some dogs that my roommates are dog sitting upstairs, so you may hear some whimpering and running around. Only because they're still very young pups, and this is kind of their first time being dog sat in another house, in a strange house. So you'll probably be hearing them in the background, as well as Pickles competing for attention, like she usually does.
Are we having a conversation, Big? Okay, fuck it. Forget I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it. The new housing development's a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. The developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
So that was a story that Herschel was talking about, but we're actually about to investigate one particular house fire. See what this is all about. And here we are, house fire, 11:42 a.m. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund. A billboard. Brothers.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
We've seen a lot of bad things throughout the series so far, so how we're... Oh.
Morelli, Mike, we recovered a picture of the family.
Okay. Anything else?
To be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch, he's the expert.
Doesn't make
Fire
sense.
Marshal.
Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved.
Ooh.
I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved them into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
Yeah, that seems kind of odd. Oh my god.
What are you doing? Prayer effect is from the fire. Muscles and tendons contract.
I'm slightly mortified. This must be the picture that Carruthers was talking about.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them, Biggs?
Oh.
No, I have not. Show some respect.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that.
It's our boy.
He watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
Got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt. For the fire? For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. Probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
You could be right. Can you come up with an alternative
I'm
explanation?
sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Biggs.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. He just shouted evidence and then ran out the door. Herschel, what was that all about?
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. Things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out.
Oh.
You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
That would explain a lot.
From the travel agent.
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
I actually did not even realize that. But again,
Okay.
how would we realize it? Because we didn't even know this fire occurred till just now.
I haven't done this for years.
But,
You don't look like a fire.
basically what Herschel was saying was, when he was, fighting in the war, that, body that just crumbled right in front of him, that kind of gave him, bad flashbacks or some PTSD when he was in the war. So that would explain why he ran out like that. And we have, a water heater from InstaHeat again.
Looks like the same model.
Oh, and look who's on this list. Reginald Varley. He inspected the last 4. Okay, found that. And I believe that looks like a newspaper over here. Alright, what do we got here?
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
How did you get my number, Ira? At first, I didn't understand you. But now I do. I'd like you to come back to the clinic. I'm helping other people now, Doctor.
I think you are confused. You haven't been to the clinic for weeks.
I'm not confused anymore, Doctor. I'm helping people be together.
This world is only temporary. We'll all be happier in heaven.
Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fires should end now. They have served their purpose. Oh, the fires are only beginning, Doctor. After the fires, everything will be beautiful and clean.
Everything will be erased. The world will be fresh and new.
I can see my purpose now, Doctor. And you helped me to find it.
Would this guy be behind all these fires? I don't know. That seems kind of odd to me. Alright, we can put that paper down. Firefighter's looking at something over here. That's not really anything. Alright,
Wrinkles was not one of the things I wanted to be when I grew up. A skeleton goes into a bar and
oh, wait a minute, hold on.
and a mom.
watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive.
There's 4 cigarettes here and then some
Whoever he
footprints.
was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
And music's done. I believe this is the neighbor we're supposed to talk to. So let's go talk to this guy. Hello, sir.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
Oh, okay.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
All right, Dudley. We have some questions for you.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
You sure about that? Doubt.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
Okay. That sounds a little familiar. There was somebody wandering around, actually your property. Do you know anything about that?
Hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
I'd be a little nervous if there were blueprints and cigarette butts right in your lawn. Doubt.
You sure, Mr. Foreman? There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
Person of interest, smoking man. I believe a lot of people in the 40s were smoking, so that clue, the way it's displayed, is kind of vague.
Someone knocking these houses down.
Elysian Fields. You must know them. Their billboards, that Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had
Monroe.
nothing for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Didn't you just tell me 2 questions ago that they didn't want to sell? Doubt.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
All right, what do you know about the travel
You
contest?
said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. Then I find out they were still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
He's looking kind of serious at me this time. I doubt the last 3 questions, but to be honest, guys, I think he's telling the truth. I'm gonna go with truth.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The
Oh, okay.
competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
He agreed to sell, so he never even got it.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
Yes, please. What'd you pick up, Marshall?
A couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks
It's origami.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Yeah, I knew some people that actually made a lot of these origamis. And I believe that myth might actually be true.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not breaking it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
There's Leland Monroe. His name is on the bottom left-hand corner of the paper.
Elysian Fields Developments.
Elysian Fields. We're gonna hold on to this. Dudley,
Oh, I see you already have one.
Yeah, Herschel just found it on the ground. Oh, not this particular one.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, the reason why this is different is because right on the bottom, like, third of the paper, you can actually clip off that admission to win. He already agreed to sell, so he didn't even need to do that. Alright, I think we got everything here. Talk to the neighbor, now we just need to use the phone.
Let me through. I just want a quick look is all.
Oh. Phelps badge 1247.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Thanks, ma'am.
Messages, please.
Oh, yeah, let's check messages, too.
If you have a message, contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads on the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe? He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind?
We have reason to believe.
Warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Wrinkles was not one of the things I wanted.
This captain's kind of a jerk.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
Alright, let's go.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
So where do you want to go?
Rancho Escondido. Check this place out first. Where literally the whole entire development burnt down.
The arson desk has been trying to nail that son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Want to bet? Fella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
It's actually true. I mean, anybody can have those. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's used on intention for a fire.
You know,
Look at that. Everything is burnt down.
There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
Wow.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me
Why is there only one officer there guarding all that?
This is America, dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart
fray.
mouth son of a bitch.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, we gotta go.
Okay, already. That's done it, Paul. We're gonna have to pacify these people's ass.
Don't worry. I'm gonna bust you right.
Oh. Guys, not worth
Good
it.
thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Now these guys getting locked up for fighting officers.
Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Alright, let's see what we can find out about this. And Herschel stop right here. Hey, whoop. Troller's going off. With a loose brick.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
Yeah, it wasn't really built properly. No, it wasn't built properly. Whole foundation just collapsed.
If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Take the rest of the day off, officer. Alright. So we have another location to go to.
You know the way. You can drive.
All right. Where to?
Let's head to Elysian Fields. And ruin your career quicker. Excuse me. Yeah, these fires are they seem like these are no accidents. Go inside. Hi, ma'am.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
We don't want you to tip him off.
Police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
Alright. Let's go see Mr. Monroe. And you have another secretary up here? How many secretaries does one guy have?
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
You just sent us up.
Chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
Is this Mr. Monroe?
You like a cigar? Drink, boy.
A cigar?
Biggs.
What is this? Model of all the homes.
Investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
You could probably help with a lot of things, sir.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
That's smart. Doubt.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecue, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
What do you know about the travel contest?
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
You're lying, Mr. Monroe.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Actually, I'm not missing that because one of the flyers that Dudley gave us actually has, even on the sketch right here, on the bottom half, it has that vacation advertised right on it.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
They're your friends, I
You
know.
accuse them of murder as well?
I'm not gonna be accusing them, but it's an angle worth investigating.
Made offers to buy
Oh, I got a
houses,
trophy,
areas where
Huckstar.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
No, it's not the American way. Doubt.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
What do you know about the Rancho Escondido fire?
What's Elysian Field's involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulations.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
That's a lie, sir.
You're lying, bro. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
Yeah, except the foundation collapsed on us when we looked at it.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so.
We are going to say you,
Contractors I use for
even though we're not at liberty to say so.
suppose it could be any of them. I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful.
That would help, yes.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
What for? And that's the angle you're going with the budget?
Help officers.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Yep, Mr. Herbert Chapman.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
All right. We need to find a phone. You're a secretary and you don't have a phone on your desk? What about you?
Your boss is a fine man.
What kind of secretaries are these? They don't have phones on their desk.
A week ago, this guy murdered his wife and dumped her body.
All right.
Put him away.
And I'm going to use the phone over here. I don't want to disturb that lady at work.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective.
Crap.
I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault, ma'am.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thank you so much. At least that operator was sympathetic. Looks like we're gonna watch Elsa at work.
A beautiful face delivers love for me in it.
What else am I gonna do when I'm off shift?
And baby, I
recognize the suit.
Buy me a drink,
Roy,
Cole.
go away.
No. Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that. You're not gonna ask me why I'm here?
Screw you.
Get around him. She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel Save about the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you.
Feelings mutual.
Stay away from Elysian Fields.
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
I hate you so much, Roy Earl.
Get the message about Monroe?
Yeah, Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Virgil. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save him, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K.
What do we got?
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up. You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
We're gonna go pick up Herbert Chapman. He was just released, but he's only gonna sense freedom for not long.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did, but I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy
Bad
called
experience.
Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that.
Leland said that California Fire and Life inspected the houses, and Jack Kelso apparently is an investigator for them. That's interesting. And Jack hates my guts.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. Is there some kind of problem?
Let's take a look at the car.
What are you carrying in here?
Hauling around.
He has a lot of those flyers in the box up there. And he has mosquito coils.
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
I know anybody could carry these mosquito coils, but the fact that he has the flyers in the hatch in the same spot, that's an odd coincidence. Oh, jeez.
He's clearly armed.
Okay, he's missing a couple bullets in there, so we gotta be careful with him. There's the flyer.
Definitely gives him opportunity.
Yikes.
Holy cow. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat.
There he is. That's him.
Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Oh, he's on the trolley.
The trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole.
There he
Call this
is.
in. Get some cars dispatched.
Go ahead, call it in.
11K calling KGPL.
Did he hijack the trolley? He just hit a few cars.
11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue.
he's...
Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
How do I get him off the road? I hit the back end of the trolley, but I don't know how I'm going to stop him.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Yeah, oh my god. Oh, this is bad. How am I going to get him off this rail?
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down.
Alright, Parcel, just keep shooting.
It's no good. We need to get closer.
I'm trying. I was trying to avoid oncoming cars on the side of the street. Keep shooting. Don't hit any of the civilians.
End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Oh wow, this guy was not playing around.
Man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
The fires benefit Elysian in some way. I don't see Chapman and Monroe working together.
He was a contractor for him.
The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
This could have ended very badly.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award.
Oh, thanks, Captain. I'm flattered.
Slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? Be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
Oh, jeez. Let's not get into that. Yikes. Well. Probably solves today's dilemma. But we're still going to keep an eye on Leland Monroe. Something's not right with this guy. Where are we? Oh, this must be Elsa's apartment.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He's a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Yeah. All right, guys. And that is a walk in Elysian Fields, and there's some fishy things going on with Elysian Fields and the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. So this is going to be interesting in the cases going forward. So we did well. We found all the clues, answered all the questions, got a 5-star rating. Chapman takes his motive and any possible ties to Monroe and Elysian Fields to the grave. Yikes! So it's getting a little crazy. Not that it wasn't in the beginning, but yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in today for this episode of LA Noire here on Gotham Lounge. If you guys enjoyed the video, please go ahead and leave a thumbs up on the video, and feel free to leave a comment down below as always. If you'd like to continue to stay in touch with us, watching future videos and videos of our past, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button on the lower right-hand corner of the screen, and you'll get a bell notification every time I upload a brand new video. So once again, guys, thank you very much for tuning in today for this episode of LA Noire here on Gotham Lounge. And you guys have a fantastic day.